Hey guys, happy Thursday. How is everybody? I feel very cozy. We're going to be playing a channel point redeem game today called The Beginner's Guide. Beginner's Guide is from the creator of the Stanley Parable. We will get into it. I will do a little description and the trailer, and then we will get into it. This is a channel point redeem from Argle Spargle. I'm excited to play. I think it should be really fun. I have not played it. It came out in 2015. Beginner's Guide is a narrative video game from Davey Wreden? Excuse me, creator of Stanley Parable. Lasts about an hour and a half and has no traditional mechanics, no goals or objectives. Instead, it tells the story of a person struggling to deal with something they do not understand. So, you know, like my life every day. All right, let's watch the trailer. Hi, Paperback, how you doing?
Let's say you sit down at a stranger's computer. You start opening up files and looking through stuff, and eventually you come to a folder that just says,
that seems
My Work.
Dangerous.
So you open it, and you click on a random file, and it's a video game that looks like this.
Okay.
Ooh. If you had to guess, what would you say you know about this person right now? Like, maybe they're kind of goofy. Okay, you close that, you scroll down a bit, and you open up a new file. It's another game.
Ooh, oh God.
Do you think this person is happy? Are they unhappy?
Gosh.
Now another one. What do you think is comfortable for this person? What puts them at ease?
That apartment was very comfy.
They're lonely? What's missing in their life? Keep going, open another file. Let's look at all of them. Let's unpack this person. Are they upset about something or fighting something? What do you think makes this person angry?
These are all very different styles.
Do they even enjoy making video games at all?
Interesting.
Take all of these images, hold them in your mind, and now try to imagine, without ever having met this person, who they are. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's find out if you're right.
Okay. All right, and that's the game, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. But I am curious. Okay. Let's see what happened. I don't really know what to expect. Did it seem like it was getting quieter? A little. Okay, so we're just starting this shit out right at the beginning, aren't we? This is No. I think okay, guys, what are the odds that this is just the game? I think this is just the game fucking with us. It's from the creator of Stanley Parable. Have you learned nothing? Either that or... Ooh. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Click. I clicked play. Game. Play. It might also just be fucked up. Okay, or it says something guide gameinfo.txt is missing. This is gonna be a really short stream. Okay, hold on. Well, we could do, okay, so it's done that twice now. So now let's try, where's that thing? Verify, there we go. Let's make sure. Maybe the game is fucked up. Maybe this isn't part of the game. I don't know. Be really meta if it was. Okay, it's successfully validated. Game is too old for my computer. Is that the game about trying to get a game to run on Steam? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All right, let's try it again. Well, this is going to be a really short stream, you guys. That's 3 times. It was meant to be game info is actually there. So this was back in 2016. It's looking for the file in the wrong path. Someone said Steam Community Forum gave a path. Okay, we're in the Steam Community Forum right now. Re-downloading fixed it. Well, re-downloading didn't fix it for us. We tried. Re-download it. Okay, this one says re-downloading didn't work for me. Oh, this is what Finfisha said. With capitals, so just created at the beginner's guide. That's what we just kind of did. Also, I also launched Beginner's Guide instead of the shortcut for my desktop. Okay, so let's try both. Let's try that since we put in the gameinfo.txt. Now, granted, I copied the one from the other file. So let's see, let's try, yes, bye-bye. So let's try doing, oh wait. No, I could have done this quicker, but that's okay. I never remember. Damn it, is it under common? Fuck it. I know, honestly, Levicleos, that's what we thought at first too. Like the first time it happened, I was like, oh, the game's already fucking with us. But then it happened 3 times and I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to. I know, it's giving Doki Doki, absolutely. Okay, so let's try clicking it from here instead of from Steam. See if that does anything. Wait. That fixed it! Why did that fix it? Why did that fix it? Why did that fix it? That's so weird. Let's freaking play. Okay. Yes, please. Can we please begin the game?
Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Shall we play the game?
Or do we merely...
Bake! No! Oh my gosh, Bake! Hacking the stream so we have another game to play.
Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
Okay.
My name is Davey Wreden. I wrote the Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
Story of my life.
And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
I feel like I'm taking a class. I feel like I'm taking a class. Also, what a lucky bastard to get his actual name at gmail.com. I'm so jealous. Ah! Fuck, that scared me. Status active. Evacuate immediately.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Oh. Ooh, black and white? Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Ah, oh, there's red lights. Oh, okay. Are there going to be any hostile alien life forms?
It kind of looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
I'll bet.
For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere. But then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Okay.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
This door opened a second ago. Can I walk through it? Are you gonna open again? I don't know. I don't. Oh, the door. Oh, that door. Oh, that opened. Oh, okay. This is the only door now to walk through. Got it. Okay.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this road.
Ah! Yes, you can. Hello, bottom of the universe. Look, the bottom of the universe looks like that. Cool. I wish I want subtitles. There we go. No, I'm like, what the fuck? Give me subtitles. There we go. Okay, good. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I was like, the sound went away. Ooh. Ruh-roh. Oh, God.
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
I like the subtitles up there. It bothers me. Let me see if I can move it. It said something about overlay position, so maybe if I hit bottom left, it'll go to the bottom. Okay. The whisper machine. Is this the... Oh.
You there?
Nope.
In the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
No! Who the fuck are you? Why is your life worth more than mine? YOLO. Whee!
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying,
as you do,
is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
I turn sideways and stare at the door. Okay. Well, I can't leave, so I guess I throw myself on the mercy of the beam again. Whee! No? Oh. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh, God.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse.
I don't even know.
It's very
I
Starfield.
have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Bye, game. Okay, so this is still November 2008. All right. I feel like... Oh, I can't move. Why can't I move? Oh. Now can I move? I still can't move.
So try walking backwards.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Oh, this is terrible. Oh my god, this is awful. I mean, this is cool, but this is awful. Nope. Oh.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Okay. Okay. Oh. That wasn't there before. I don't think. Oh god, this is so disconcerting. When she stops and looks, it becomes clear. How did you know I was a she? Yeah, I don't like that the floor doesn't meet the walls. I don't like it. I feel like I'm gonna fall off the world again. Especially because I apparently can't walk straight backwards. But the future is always behind her. How will she find the strength? It's a nice door. Oh, ceiling's not finished.
It's a short little thought. It says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay,
this is already too pretentious for me. I get it. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. And it is kind of interesting and fun to go through all of these different game types. So I'm on this journey. I'm on this journey with him. Until the first giant spider, I am on this journey with him.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay. Trusting you, disembodied voice.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him.
I identify with Coda.
Not at all, but what are you gonna do?
I identify with Coda. Once I finish a project, it's dead to me. Like, I never think about it again. There's been very, very few projects that I have gone back and, like, tweaked more and worked on more after, like, I kind of consider them done. Okay. That walking backwards game just scarred me. There's always a bigger spider. Whee! Is Coda supposed to be like Suda51? Oh, I don't know. Coda isn't George Lucas then. Oh, it's getting slower as I get...
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate that he's not making me go through and, like, do that whole thing at a crawl and moving me past the through the labyrinth. What the fuck? A game setting on an ooh, that's kind of cool. Like all the spatially
and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
You start in a small room until you realize you can just walk through the walls. The game is nothing but giant blocks of text
Coda
explaining
would often
what's
tell
happening.
me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
I feel like Coda and I are a little simpatico. A series of lavish manuals come with the game giving you incorrect instructions on how to play. Hey! I wanted to read more of those. Fine. Ready, set, fish. I like reading lots of ideas like that. They feel like party game prompts or just thought prompts. I like it. That. Yeah, I like the 3D idea list too. That was cool. I know, I feel like all of those ideas were maybe stuff that maybe we're gonna have to do at some point too. Like maybe figure out we can walk through walls and things like that.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
You mean besides pulling the lever? Not so sure about puzzle as it is just doorknob, but okay. Hi, inquiring minds. I don't like this. Oh, okay. Can I? Okay. Clicking does nothing. Just gonna walk off into the darkness? Nope, I guess I can't. Okay. No walking off into the darkness. We get there and we can that's as far as we go. Okay. Did another door open somewhere else? I don't know if I can climb back up. I cannot. Okay. Do we push this again? Okay, now this is more of a puzzle situation. Got it. Why are baby carrots and dip so delicious? It's a good question. All right. Did anything else about the room change when I pulled the lever? No, just the door opening. That's a good question. What dip? Branch?
All right, let me just walk you through.
Yes, please.
You're gonna hit the switch on the outside to open the door, then hit the same switch and walk through the door before it closes.
Okay, thank you.
You'll see a second switch on the inside, which will open the second door. Don't
Thank
forget
you.
that solution,
I'm dumb.
because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for walking me through it because I am dumb. Because they're still babies and their souls are clean? Jesus, Vortec. There's also no such thing as baby carrots. They just take regular carrots and shave them down.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay. All right. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing.
But like, why?
I actually find it funny that this game comes after the stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
I have to admit, I did not expect today to be more of a philosophical exercise. But so far, I kind of feel like that's what we're getting. How you doing, Sufficient Reason? You've played this game before? Okay, you are now exiting.
So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Is Coda God? Okay, so now we got March 2009. The Great and Lovely Descent. It's definitely philosophical and psychological. I know, I kind of feel like we should be taking notes, a little bit. I mean, I guess we gotta remember that.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Okay.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Okay. Honestly, I'm just really glad that the narrator's talking and I don't have to read this.
Creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Mom, I'm being forced to learn against my will. Oh no, if I had to read everything, I'd be done. Whoa. This is terrifying. Wait, what happens if I just fall off? Whee! Oh God. Oh God, what have I done? Oh Jesus. Ah! Okay. There wasn't anything to read until you changed the settings. I know. Wait. Oh, this just keeps getting smaller and smaller. But I want to go click whatever that thing is, and I can't get it. Wait, can I go back up the stairs now? Oh no, it's just a big ass cylinder. Okay. Interesting. Whoa. Well, I mean, it came out in 2015. Steam was a little different in 2015. Windows has just decided to mess with everything, so. I do kind of like the music. She says as it immediately gets creepy. And now I'm trapped. Okay, great. What is that sound? Sounds like a radio. I am a cow. I am cattle. And I am being herded. Ah! Ah! Get in your cell! What if I don't wanna? Oh, I can't move. I can't get out of this. I'm in a glass case of emotion! Negative, negative. I am a meat popsicle.
This prison Funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, peace everyone, stream's over, bye.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Hi, Starfire. How you doing? You know, a mime is a terrible thing to waste. Well, this game is more, I mean, from what I can tell and from what people have said so far too, it seems like this is more of a philosophical gameplay, quote unquote, versus, I mean, the Stanley Parable was pretty philosophical too. But yeah, I mean, what's your definition of a playable game, you know? Hi, Spooky Steven. Oh, hey, the lever!
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Okay, whatever you say, buddy. Oop, shit, except I apparently am terrible at going through a door. There we go.
There's still no clear
See, I
indication of
learned.
what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Whatever you say, buddy. It's a thought-provoking walking sim, yeah. I feel like Stanley Parable was a little bit more, there were more interactive elements. Okay. Hey, a crackling fire. Huh, okay. Hello. Oh.
Here, Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
You there, did you come from up above? What was up there? Yes, there was a world stamped with whiteness. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. I guess we'll just tell them the truth, too. There was an enormous prison I spent hours in. That's the world above. You've been there. Did you get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle, or I'd prefer not to tell you. After all, we've only just met. Well, now I want to lie. No, we'll tell the truth. We'll tell the truth. I know, do I trust the cube heads? They've given me no reason not to trust them. So we'll tell the truth. That was literally, we'll say number 1. Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Perfect. Now please, tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Okay, well now I'm not sure. Now I don't know about this. Maybe we don't want them solving this puzzle. I didn't solve it, someone else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. I'm gonna say number 3. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. We have to escape. It's the most important thing. There must be an ending. I promise you, there's nothing I want more. Well, cool, but that doesn't... What just happened? Oh, okay. I guess I can leave. Oh, or not. Oh, okay. There we go. And we're back in the room again. Oh, it's gonna give us the same fucking options, aren't we? How did you get here? Oh. Okay, so we're just gonna have to be stuck here until we tell them how to solve it? Let's do it one more time. Let's just do, I assume it's just gonna be the same thing, but let's just do the same thing. No, what are you talking about? I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit in the black space in the middle. Oh, thanks. Why would I sit in the black space? Oh, these are all good questions. What would happen? What happens if I solve it? Why would I sit in the black space? And who are you? I like who are you? Just go hang out there in that blackness for a bit. You may not like it at first, but it'll grow on you eventually. Yeah, I don't trust him either. Oh, well, it's MicheleBoyd stalking. It's always about the oh, this is different. Okay, well, maybe we'll get to solve the puzzle again and hang out in the blackness. Oh, or not. Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna have to deal with the blockheads again, because I didn't tell them how to solve the puzzle. Okay.
It's a lamppost.
Tis.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're gonna see it in the work as well. His games are just gonna become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Whatever you say, disembodied voice. Oh yeah, every time I see a lamppost, my first thought is Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. Absolutely. Like, where's the door to Narnia? This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. All right. Where's the first note that's just going to be a drawing of a dick? Wait, what? That's weird. Why did I just get a Google alert for myself in the guild in 2007? I don't believe that's news, Google. Possibly with the movie, but that doesn't really... It doesn't make... I don't know. Did the game create that? That would be amazing. Hey, little dots. Hi, little dots. How you doing? Ooh, hi. Nice room. Not. Can I leave a note? I can't click on it.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up.
Hey!
I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I'd rather be doing literally anything other than playing this.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing, I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
I'm concerned for both of you guys. For those of you, hopefully you guys can read this, but I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I have ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I am crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must go now to do that. What's Stanley Parable guy's name again? My guy, I feel like you should be a little bit more concerned about your Coda friend. Coda's going through an emo phase that I'm not sure is a phase. What the shit is this cavern? It says I can skip some of the notes. This is a lot. Oh my gosh. I can assure you, guarantee there's an acorn somewhere. It's not just a phase. I mean, the cavern's pretty cool looking. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Okay, I was gonna hurl myself off the edge, but actually I might not be able to. Nope, I can't. I think Coda needs some mental help, my guy. I refuse to believe. I push my fingers into my eyes. Is all the thing. Da, 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 da. This is very witness me. Nothing here. Go back. Oop, don't listen to that guy. Yeah, Coda's in a padded room somewhere. A free t-shirt! Need other side. Door while you sew. Open sesame. Make game. Includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. Door. How open? Oh, okay. There's other places to go. Internal feeling. Not internal, internal. Hello. Dear God. Yeah, we're not looking at all these messages, you guys. Proceeding further will only result in misery. I mean, you might be right. You might be right. It's hard because you want to read them. I know. I think I'm this not quite like the little ding note, the little ding sounds, and like the pop-up. You really do kind of want to read all of them. Don't listen to the other notes. I know, I want to read them. I'm not safe. Jesus Christ. I'm worried about his mental health. Genuinely. You love this game so much. It's an interesting game. What does it mean? Whoever made this has issues. Yeah, very addictive dings. Who are all of you? We will all die someday. Spoilers, it doesn't mean anything. That's a very nice painting. It kind of looks like my phone screen. Devil Tower Star. Soon it will be too late. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, we're all here now. Must be a reason for it, though. I don't think there is. This game-inspired pop-up video. Pop-up video. Buddy, I need you.
At the end of this level,
there we go.
We're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it.
Can't jump off the edge.
And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
I don't like the whispering. Hey, Heart, how you doing?
In each each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Developer answers,
And
please.
because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Look, one guy made it. One guy made it. The flying penguins. Okay, the typing sounds are just getting louder. How do you leave notes? Is this a million monkeys at a million typewriters? Are you there? Please say something. Oh, God. What typing sounds? You guys, stop. Oh my gosh, no. What the fuck?
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
You're hearing typing sounds? You guys are totally hearing typing sounds, right? Don't do that. What's that noise? Guys, stop. No. Go back. We want to hear. There's typing sounds. You're hearing Depeche Mode. It's kind of a similar vibe to the music, honestly. Wait, was there something on that wall? No. Okay. This game is definitely a vibe.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Furniture ought to go in the center. How about a TV with surround sound? A refrigerator with a giant hole in the ground. I want a giant hole in the ground. Or you could build a coffee table. You know, either way. Okay, what about the wall of the room? Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I'd really like a washing machine or 10 stoves lined up against the wall. I want a horse. Or you could do couches. Why do I even bother? Skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. I'm thinking 10 by 12 recessed electric soft LED ceiling. Live Tesla coils in each corner. Hi Yoda, this is a channel point redeem from the maker of Stanley Parable. Well, that sentence wasn't phrased correctly, but you know what I mean. I want live Tesla coils. You're not gonna do it, but that's what I want. You have a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Tables were invented in 1935. I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Oh, okay. Oh.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
A little bit. I can't walk through it. Where are we going? Okay.
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
You're not my mom. You can't tell me what to do. Except I can't go any other way. I like the 3D words though. It's kind of cool. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow instructions carefully. Take care you remember each step. Click on this table. That's not a table. That's a table. Okay. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. All right. Turn the floor lamp in this room off and then turn it back on. Go to the left side sofa, move it over a little. Touch the shelves. This is so weird. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken to your prison. Okay, so we have to do all of those things that we just did. Okay, I can remember that. I can remember all that stuff. Return to the start. Okay, so go back out here. Return. Okay.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Damn it!
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop, that particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Okay. Well, there's the lamppost. Guess that's the end bit of the game. What's with the phone booth? Alright, let's Clark Kent this. Ooh, if I can get in there. The music is so creepy. Hello, who is this? It's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. Alright, I guess that's our only option. You're me? Sure. Trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the furniture maze. Yep, I was in the escape tutorial.
And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows.
Well, I was in the escape tutorial, so...
Even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself.
It's very like...
All of these games so far
I was in the hole too, and I know the way out. So I guess I can tell them I was in the escape tutorial. I can tell them how to get out. Oh, so glad to know that I get out eventually. I don't know how out I am, though. What's it like to escape? Actually, I'm already forgetting what being in the prison was like. It's strange, but in the way I kind of miss being in the prison. Feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. Do you feel any different? Excellent. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and things will be exactly the same. No, I'm really the same person now as I was back then. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all. I feel like the same person. Oh no, that's awful. It's the worst thing I can imagine. Aw, someone's not happy with themselves. Don't worry, it's actually not a bad thing. Well, you get something else in exchange. The problem is you don't actually know who you are right now. I'm gonna say it's not a bad thing. Being yourself is not a bad thing. You're me. How did you get a call from another version of you when you... Oh, did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. I could have been getting a call. Maybe that's the guy from the Stanley Parable. Maybe he's my call. What did they tell you? What did you have to do to get out? All they told me was to be sincere. They asked me how I felt about being in prison, or they just talked to me for a while. Actually, they said to touch the table first, and then go over and touch the picture frame, and then turn the lamp off and on, and then move the couch. They just talked to me for a while. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That works. Good night, Finfisha. That freed you? How does that work? Oh yeah, the shelves! I forgot about the shelves! No, I did the picture, but I forgot about the shelves. Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just tell me how you feel. It will make sense. Just tell me how you feel. Okay, I feel afraid that nothing will ever change. Go on. But I thought you were saying that's the worst thing if you still felt the same.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
I'm sleepy.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Okay.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I do, Kaplan. I guess it doesn't really matter, although it would be a bit of a bitch to change around right now. But technically I do. I mean, you can still see the words, like, you can still see the conversation underneath. It doesn't go up that much. God damn it. No! Hey! Aw, man! Oh. Uh-oh. Hi. Hey, Blockhead. Hi. Clean? Clean, 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 clean. Oh, there we go.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games.
True.
Including this new and improved chat system.
There we go. I definitely want to live on this side now.
From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes. Don't worry about me. A place this nice, I'll be glad to stay here all night. And lousy homes make home loners. That's actually cute. Are we cleaning the whole place? I'm gonna say number 2. I made him laugh. Well, this place isn't gonna clean itself, as far as I know. I'll finish up here. In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Sure. What the fuck was on these plates? These fears that Coda's struggling with are universal worries we're all confronted with at some point in our lives. Yeah, shadowy stranger. It's very psychological. I'm not sure. I don't know where it's heading, but we'll see how it goes. Run to the bedroom and make the bed. Okay. But I want to clean up the couch. Couch is all messy. Oh, okay. Wow, this isn't... Oh, look at that view. Oh, look at the Oh, look at the bookshelf. This looks like my bookshelf. feel like these are actually, I feel like he literally took a photo of a real bookshelf and then just pixelated it. Because I feel like some of these are actually real books. So much fairy and werewolf smut. I know, who could have seen it? Oh look, there's Othello. And a book called Colored Girls. And that kind of looks like Jane Eyre, maybe? I don't know. Sense something? Yeah, we didn't continue the game. The game took an extra 45 minutes because I was reading all the books. Profiles in space? I don't know. The music is very soothing, though. There we go. Straighten out the rug? Okay. Details matter. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? How'd you end up doing this job? It's a long time since I've seen a house this messy. Oh no, we're definitely not saying that. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? Or you know what, how'd you end up doing this job? A friend dragged me along at a time when I was particularly desperate for cash. Never felt so good doing something for money in my whole life. Excuse me, never did cleaning my own room. Might have got some demons I ain't ready to face yet. Speaking of demons, someone's put this couch all in a mess. Yes, they have. Someone spilled a drink. Oh, I got it. Feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Yeah, I'll try to get by, or do you absolutely have to? I want it extra cheesy. Needed cleaning. How about you scrub it down? No problem. No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Are we? Are there books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? I think so. I think there were a couple. They're mostly all... Oh yeah, there were. Look at how neat and clean the bookshelf is! How'd you come and clear these dishes off the table?
Games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing.
The orchid thief.
It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you.
Okay.
And eventually cohere into something meaningful.
The Orchid Thief. Is that a real book? Why are there dishes on the table again? What's been happening? House cleaning's so difficult. How do you do it? Do these chores ever end? Yeah, why are we in a loop? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you have to absolutely own it. Otherwise, it owns you. I did it already! So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you? Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom.
Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
So he was on drugs? Oh, the tub got dirty again? Okay. Actually is a book. That doesn't surprise me. It occurs to me one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it. That's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. Nah, it's not that weird. Especially when we're cleaning the house. You're right, that's pretty cheesy, but there's a bit of truth to it. I think there's a bit of truth to it. Okay, I'm agreeing with you, bro. What do you want? Books. Would you please clean up the books? Thanks. I'm not sure you're actually comfortable with me being here, buddy. I'm
glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Did he? Because this would drive me insane.
But, of course, it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
I feel like this game should have been called the Stanley Parable. Do you enjoy this? Question. How is Grace? Question. Amaze. That post.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
It's definitely going to be a thing. Items you love at members only prices. I like the background noise of people in the classroom, but there's nobody here. I can't move. This is hell. I want that too. I would love people in my life to look at me and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Who do you know is so well developed as a person they make you feel disgusted with yourself? Oh, Jesus. Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. Not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so easy.
The perspective shifts.
Oh, what the fuck? Why is it screaming?
And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom.
Oh, okay, thank you. Why is Sauron in the back of our classroom? Why is it screaming? Why is it following me? How do I achieve it with no effort? On the way to work, I told an elderly person to start contributing to society. Kids should not follow their dreams. Jesus Lord. What's screaming? I don't hear any screaming. God damn it, Bank. Why is there a street lamp in the classroom? Oh yeah, that's the end of the game, huh? Let's see what happens when we, oh, I can't go up there. That's probably the end of the game. Fine. No, kids should not follow their dreams. Let's just see what happens. Why is one answer yellow? Let me tell you right now, if it isn't, oh, I'm the teacher. Oh, I'm the teacher. I'm supposed to be telling them this stuff. Let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. I still love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. I'm hearing typewriters. Being alone must be awful. I wouldn't know. I'm going with number 2. I still love you. You just make me feel cold on the inside. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. Drinking is not hurting my life. Coda, are you okay? If you are torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. Anyone else smelling burnt popcorn or bitter almonds? Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Seek out only one thing. What's the easiest, simplest path forward? Ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. What? You won't be happy until you love me. Anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? There is no truth. There is no path. Yeah, I'm smelling deep trauma. What if I'm not a good teacher? Do what is easiest. Do what is simplest. Feel what is true. Holy shit, you guys! Something is coming out of the back of the room. Look out! Nothing. No one. It's coming for you! It's coming to destroy you! Everybody run! We're gonna go with the teacher answer for once, actually.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
Blockhead is engaged. Blockhead is listening to me.
I think about this game a lot these days.
Hi, Velcronius. We're not gonna address the giant Sauron eye in the back of the room, huh?
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
I feel like it's that part in Alan Wake 2 where you go onto the stage and you do that whole music video thing. Ooh. Palais Garnier. Fuck! I was expecting it, and it still scared me. Oh my god. That was so loud. Ah. Oh my god. Where's the old cards of Asgard singing about Champion of Light, right? Wow, that made me jump. Go on, say something to her. It's your one chance to learn something, to gain something, to succeed. Where's the bathroom? What are you doing? You're deflecting. You're not actually saying what's on your mind. Stop dancing around and have a conversation with this person. You can't make me. You're not my real mom. I'm super, super scared right now. I like you. Here are all my hopes and dreams. I like turtles. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. Oh, hi. Oh, that's her. I see it. Wise. Happy. Successful. Focused. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I bet you've learned to lean into the pain. What are some sacrifices you've had to make? I want to bounce off a cone. Hee. Boingy. 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 It's Pinball, the musical. What cones? I don't see any cones. These are very judgmental cones. I bet you've learned to lean into the pain. Yeah. You're messing it all up again. Freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Don't you realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Try stepping, oh, back from the stage. Okay, hey, lamppost. Go by the lamppost. Hi. Am I supposed to go farther? All right, it's a really big room. Whee, let's go. It looks like a giant. Okay, well, looks like a giant bowling alley, but I don't, okay, I guess we walk away from it.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life.
Prison?
The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looks to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
I did not like that sound at all.
After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
June 2010. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Well, that's going to make looking at chat very difficult. Oh, because they're blind. Something enormous just appeared on the radar. Help, I'm blind. I can't see anything. What's going on? How would I know that those are dialogue options? Oh, Jesus. There's a giant door in space. What's going on? Guys? Guys? Someone talk to me. We're gonna get rammed by a door. What the fuck? Oh, God.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
I mean, listen, you guys told me. You guys told me to keep my freaking my eyes closed. Tell me how to solve this. Can you do something? Can you fix this? What do we do? We're gonna crash. Am I gonna be killed by a giant door? We're all gonna be killed by a giant door. Okay. SS Whisper. Help, I can't see anything. There's nothing to interact with down here. Help, I'm blind. Yeah, we need to go find the lever. Where's the lever? Please don't let this be forever. Where's the lever? Is there a solution? Ooh, I don't see a lever anywhere. Okay, how many times am I gonna do this before the voice takes pity on me, do you think? Oh, here we go. There's something different. Truth. The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. I am bursting with creative energy. I can't keep making these. My work is always fun. That's it. That's the truth. I don't feel it anymore. I'm out of ideas.
Like I said, I was
it's
getting
draining me.
First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing.
No, I have no experience with that.
My relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I'm alone. I'm stuck in it. I have to work harder. We're going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Oh boy.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
December 2010. I'm blind. Hello? Ooh. Okay. Where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Hello? Is anyone there? Okay, this is different. I like the music. The music is very nice and dreamy. Is that a person? How lovely. It's a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give my work. I got more things to walk to. Oh, I don't like what the music's doing right now. There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. This engine that used to protect me. Ah, there we go. You looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. You have to take me to it. I need to see it to know why it stopped. You have to take me to it.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
This is a different type of thing.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble.
I can't click
just
on
sitting
that
at his
yet.
computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet. And so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
All right, I guess we'll tell them.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Okay, well, I didn't come here to be personally attacked, dude. You don't need to tell me. I mean, I'm my therapist for that. Whoa. What are you talking about? There's no machine. Oh, here we are. There's no machine here. These are just words on some walls. Talking about, trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and you love it 100% of the time. Okay, making games is simple. Sure, making games is easy. All right, making games is effortless. That feels wonderful, but it wasn't true. Why did the walls just crumble? Why did I feel so awful when I said that? Yeah, why did the walls just crumble? Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized. It is easy, it never stops being easy.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about.
I like the crying
and I used to get
sounds.
so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Yeah, the crying The screaming sounds. The skittering. I don't like it. Please continue. Pain breezes effortlessly off me. Any sacrifices made for my work are worth it 100% of the time. Always pays off eventually. Oh, God. Just your typewriters.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Is Coda a girl? Coda!
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes
that's
another
true. He does
7
say he.
months and comes up with a new game.
The machine. Guard. Oh no, we can't turn the switch. It has a guard. How does it know I'm a ma'am? I've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. I intend to be quiet. I intend to be brutal. Brutal. Yeah, can we bribe the guard? Very good. Be warned that someone called the press. Oh, called the press. So we might have a bit of attention. One more thing. You should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. This seems like a really good moment to take a quick BRB because I gotta pee. And this is getting creepy and weird. I mean, the sound of the crying, it's just odd. Okay. Probably the same reason it was a woman crying in the previous level. I know. BRB. I'm gonna run some ads to get rid of pre-roll, and I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna grab some more water and everything too. So yeah, everyone pee. So we're all in sync. BRB. And I hope you guys, how are you enjoying the game? The game is interesting, right? The game is an interesting, like, walk into someone else's memory. And I don't know if it's just meant to be kind of an interesting walk through someone else's psyche, or if it's gonna be like, this guy was Coda all along, or I'm curious about what the wrap up and what the conclusion's gonna be, you know? Hi, Dex Joker, how you doing? So yeah, I'm a little curious. A little curious about where we're going with this. Oh, that's not what I want. We want this. Yeah, calling it a game is a bit of a stretch. I know. I'm curious to know if it's gonna pay off, if it's gonna be something more interesting. I mean, we are starting to get into kind of some more interactive elements, which is helpful. There's the hype train. Thank you guys again so much. Thank you, CD, for changing the category. Thank you. As always, genuinely, all of the support, whether it's like Prime subs, which if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub to my channel for free. Subs, gift subs, bits, it all goes towards me actually being able to stream for you guys. So thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad Mortal Kombat 2 was fun. Good. There's a lot of stuff in there that I suspect is best discussed on completion. Okay, that makes sense. Seems to be more into Act 3 material now. I agree. Oh, you can skip levels? That's interesting. Hi, guard. All right, let's go. We're good on all the things? Okay, I can see, we can hear. Do you know where the poisonous games have come from? How did you capture the machine? Will it be punished? What will be done with the machine? Where did you find the machine? Hello? When will we get answers? Oh, press, I see. How'd you capture the machine? What can you tell us? Oh, machine. Hello, machine. You stopped.
Of course, it's the machine.
You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Is the machine like inspiration? Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you put them through? It's only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize. You have to admit to the people you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. You're talking to a machine, buddy. No? Nothing? Oh God. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I have seen the thing you fear. That's just a cool sentence. The machine sounds unimpressed. Hello. My followers! My friends! Falls on me to deliver bad news. I have a troubling revelation. Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Such a good line. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. Now we've got very calming ocean sounds. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us pay it retribution. Let us show it we are not failures. Retribution. Retribution. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. Follow me. We will destroy everything the machine has created. Let's destroy the machine. And we're back on the stage again. Hey, T-Bone, how you doing? Okay. Every breath of hate feeds my existence. Yeah, I know, but there's nothing to fire at. What do you want? Oh, fine. The gun is oddly quiet. Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever. Isn't that what you're scared of? Exposed to the view of others every day forever, seen in naked clarity?
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself.
Here we see the violence inherent in the
Code is stuck
system.
in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it?
Damn you, typewriters!
If you could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
This is just mind-bending now. Oop, and we're falling. There we go.
So
That's what I wanted.
Showing Coda's work to people. I took this one,
No,
and the islands
more
that you just played,
typewriters.
the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games.
Doc Rosie, thank you
I
so
brought
much
them
for
to
the
people that I
resub.
knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
I don't have a gun anymore. Put down your weapon. I don't have a weapon. Okay, I have a weapon.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need.
I can't
told
move.
that my work is good. That I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better.
Endless ammo.
I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy, so beautifully, beautifully.
I don't like where this is going.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
I feel like Coda's dead.
Let's take a look.
Feel like Coda's dead. I don't even know. I know, don't follow links to game demos, chat. Especially ones emailed to you out of nowhere. Don't do it. This is definitely a virus.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful
that was
flashing and
horrible.
noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Thank you. I did not want to do that again. That was awful. It's very like staircases from Labyrinth. Early Sierra's game, like King's Quest 4. Link to
And to be
Pain.
fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
How many times we'll pull a
The
lever?
only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
Oh.
Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Thank you. See, this is great. Cheat code heaven, right? I like the sound of the stones moving, though. That's cool. I know, it's very Showcase Showdown. Yeah, it's very Price is Right, huh? Is Coda's actual name Dante? Just asking for a friend.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first two challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Oh, we live here
And
now.
it's scary for me. The idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely. Just saying, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
People aren't problems to
I can open this door for you,
fix.
so let me do that.
How can you open the door? Why is Stanley Parable guy God?
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
Oh yeah, dev tools. But he's not a dev in this instance.
I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Those 3 dots? I don't know if I would call those dots. I've seen... There are 3 dots? Yeah, what 3 dots? There are 3 dots. The puzzle dots? What puzzle dots? The only dots I remember seeing are like the little text bubble things.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was
His
that I
work your
needed
own?
to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me.
This just took a turn.
But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Dippin' dots. Those still exist. I think. Actually, I don't know if you can still get those anywhere. Yeah, we've seen 3 dots on some walls since the start. It has been popping up. There have been dots.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Davey's kind of a jerk. Maybe Coda didn't want anyone to like look at his games besides you.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
So he was like stealing the way the work felt? Wonder at times whether you think I'm making these games for you. Coda is calling your ass out. As he should, I feel. Yeah, Coda's going no contact. Respect Coda's space. See?
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
It is starting to feel a little Fight Club, isn't it? You've so infected my personal space, it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Yeah, if Coda said no, then Davey's a dick. Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Aw, poor Coda. Poor Coda. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. Davey added the lampposts? He wanted the game, maybe he wanted the games to have endings? Okay, now I'm like not gonna look at chat because now I feel like I should probably maybe be figuring this out on my own. It feels like we're coming to the end. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Feel free. Yeah, like.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
And I am.
What does that mean?
When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. I like the 3D text. It's always kind of cool. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. I feel like this is going to end in a mirror, which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. Wow. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Okay, I don't really want to... Okay, we're just gonna have to trust that I can cross this because what the fuck? I don't like it. Okay.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in.
Oh, Davey is a selfish asshole.
Is something wrong with me?
Yes!
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not
Please,
sorry.
Start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was.
This dude is parasocial as fuck.
I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Oh. I was like, are the walls moving? Yes, yes they were. Got squished. Uh-huh. Clock with no hands. It's a big ass lamppost.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Oh, okay, those are just blocks. It doesn't say anything. Is this us? Are we dying? This is like, it's like Harry Potter. Dying is just like boarding a train. Wait, are we going to Hogwarts?
Solution.
All right, that's not normal. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
I guess
the end.
if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
You told people
Maybe
he was
just
depressed?
likes making prisons.
Davey's kind of a dick, you guys. Dying is like boarding a train. Did he die in the middle of book 1? Someone got their inspiration from Narnia, that's all I'm saying. No, we're sending you to a farm upstate. Where's Dumbledore to send us back?
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
I mean, yeah, we're not feeling too kindly towards you at the moment, buddy. The lamppost makes me think of Narnia. We've been definitely getting that vibe. And now we're on the moon. All day cookie dough. Guys, we're Lisan al... Coda is Lisan al Gaib. Yeah, there's never an entrance to a magical train station.
Something to be driven by other than validation. What would that even be?
Oh my god, literally anything, Davey.
It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
There was never an entrance to a magical train station. He ran into a wall head first and dreamed the rest of it. Honestly, that would be hilarious, Crystal Bunny. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's like written a treatise on that. I'm just like, yeah, run head first at that wall in between platforms 9 and 10. And then the rest of everything, he's just dead. Or dreaming. But dead is kind of funnier. Like there never was some magical world, anything. He just met a really big dude. And that was it. Or a coma. Yep, he's in a coma.
What now?
I don't know, man. This is your world. I'm just walking in it.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
I mean, could you let us out first?
I need to make up for, and so
I don't think it'll let me. Yeah, it won't let me jump.
Okay.
At least the music's kind of nice. What is that weird artifact? Is it a flag? No. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's like a shadow, sorta. Okay. This is Easter Island? Where are we going? Been more Stark than Tatooine, right? It's very blocky. I just want to see what's over here first. Looking off the edge of the world, which I can't jump off. I'm trying, and it won't let me. All right, let's go jump down that hole, which it'll probably let us do. Oh, I can't jump. Oh, I don't. Okay, maybe it didn't want me to go over here. All right, hold on. Fine, we'll go back up to the steps. There we go. Okay. All right, what's down here? Infinite darkness. Whee! Oh. Floor's moving. Wait, if I let it go all the way back up to the top, would I get squished, do you think? If I stood like here and didn't go into the exit hole? I don't want to find out. Let's just get... Is this haunted room actually shrinking? No, it's stretching. Whatever the opposite is stretching. Yeah, it's actually shrinking. Michelle getting magically teleported to the Narnia ghetto. Hi, Smithsonian. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Being Coda Malkovich. I don't know if Davey's gonna talk anymore, you guys. I'm not really sure what to do. Besides just keep walking at this very sedate pace. Oh, we get to throw our bodies into the beam again. That's that same beam. Can we sprint? No. We literally cannot. I also can't oh wait, I can crouch. How hilarious would it have been? I know it's not the creator of Fever meme, but wouldn't it have been really funny if at the moment I crouch, a giant freaking spider comes for my face? I think we're almost done, Inquiring Minds, because the beam was something from the very beginning of the game, so, and since Davey has abandoned us, I'm willing to bet that, I bet you this is close. This is where we actually die. Whee! Or not. Oh, we go up. We go up. Oh, we get to like break the world. Or at least it broke the world last time. Oh, there it is. Hi, world. Wow, that's a really big labyrinth. Hi, this is how we ascend. Yeah, and it did say epilogue, that's true. That's nice. Stanley in space. This is nice. This is peaceful. Amaze, amaze, amaze. Yeah, Raildon? Am I saying that right? We're right at the very end, I think. God only knows at this point with this game, you know? These look like the doodles that I would do on my notebooks in high school in the margins. Just like labyrinthy sort of things that never ended.
Turn back.
For R.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep
Okay.
going.
Huh.
But the cave goes for miles
Yeah, it's interesting. It's not
and miles.
so much of a game as it is a psychological thought exercise. It didn't really...
You're so tired.
It didn't really change... Darn, I want to like turn down the sound a little bit, but if I do that, it'll alt-tab away from the game and get screwed up. Because all the choices we made didn't really matter. And there was really only one thing to do throughout the game. Yeah, there were no decisions to be made. Yeah, it's not a game, it's an experience. Yeah. Hi, Ken. How you doing? I didn't dislike it. I'm glad it's short. I'm glad it's short. It was interesting to go... I find it interesting that you can go back and play certain chapters again. It's the journey, not the ending. Yeah, interactive fiction. It was more like you're reading a short story. It was more like you're just sort of walking through a short story. I genuinely... Okay, so are we meant to understand that Coda and Davey are the same person? Was Coda someone in Davey's life that he did kind of idolize and try to emulate single white female style? The dialogue, yeah, there weren't really dialogue trees. Literally a good introduction to art house gaming. So that's the thing. Yeah, I wouldn't really say gaming. I don't think they were the same person. I think David was telling the truth. There's a good argument Coda represents his muse. Yeah, I am more willing to come down on the side of Coda as a different person than Davey. I guess the question becomes, because I don't really remember if Davey really specifically said at the beginning. Although maybe he answered his own question. I was about to ask, like, I don't really understand why Davey is showing us this stuff. But I guess towards the end, Davey answers that question for me because he wanted to feel good about himself again. And he thought by showing Coda's work to someone else, again, he could capture that feeling again. And then got to so the ending game that we got was like, my understanding is that Davey hadn't done that game yet. The one where Coda's directly telling him, hey, you kind of suck, leave me alone. It seemed like Davey hadn't played that yet. A beginner's guide, if you will. Yeah, interactive mockumentary. Definitely kind of an unreliable narrator, for sure. Davey representing the way fans try to take art away from the artist. I wonder if it's because he ran into a lot of that feeling maybe after Stanley Parable. I think David was desperate to form a game studio with Coda. Coda kept telling him no, and David got frustrated. Yeah, I could see that. I do wonder if that's Davey's like actual email that he gave us at the beginning of the game. Interesting. I wonder, you know, Davey obviously being the creator of Stanley Parable, I assume there were other games that he has sitting around in a file somewhere. Oh, that is Davey's actual email. Oh, okay. Hey, Argyle. I was wondering if you were here. Hi, PS Witch. Thank you so much for the resub. Yeah, it was an interesting game. I'm curious to see what he definitely got a lot of that. His next game, Wanderstop, was similarly about burnout. Okay, God, just all of the different. Ugh. My monitor's freaking out. A little bit. Okay. Is Davey the name of the real dev? That's a good question. I think so. Here, let me turn music back on. Here, let me look at the store page. Let me get back here. Okay. I've been here the whole time. Okay, I just didn't want to interrupt. No, you're welcome to interrupt. Davey Wreden. Right. Wreden? That's right. Okay. Interesting. Human frailty and knocked it out of orbit. I did like the game. It lasts about an hour and a half. Yeah, I mean, it tells you straight from the beginning. There's no traditional mechanics or goals or objectives. It tells the story of a person struggling to deal with something they do not understand. I have to admit, I did think it was going to be more like creepy, like struggling to deal with something they don't understand. I thought it was gonna go in more of like a creepy horror angle, but that's just my bias, I think, versus like an esoteric existential crisis. The 3 dots show up in the Stanley Parable. I can understand that. You spent way too much time finding hidden stuff? Like what? What sort of hidden stuff was there? Trainer, enjoy your gift sub. Oh wow, this one made him ugly cry. That's nice. Most powerful introspective games there are. This isn't much of a game, but a story. Yeah, it's a good story. It is a good story. Not relying on external validation to make you feel good about yourself. Doing things merely because you like doing them. I mean, all of it's definitely a good game and a good introspection for any of us creative types who feel the need and urge to make stuff. Because a lot of it does get caught up in external validation. But the idea of someone else taking, your work and showing it around to make themselves feel something is very interesting. avant-garde art. It isn't as pretentious as that description makes it sound, but use the language and form of video game to tell a compelling and concise story. Yeah, it was a good story. It wasn't interesting. Like the narration kept me interested from beginning to end. The twist was kind of scary, made you uncomfortable, like I think I was supposed to. Which part of the twist? The twist that Coda told him to step back and to not talk to him anymore, or that Davey like went to go be by himself for a while, in theory. More an experience than a game. If you're interested in game design or a game developer, it's highly recommended. I can imagine that sort of thing being interesting to game developers as well. But yeah, Unicart. I'm curious about what other like hidden stuff there is. Oh yeah, that Davey added the lampposts. So wait, do you think, I mean, my interpretation of that is that Davey added them for there to be like a goal in the game and to have an ending point, whereas that wasn't Coda's intention with it at all. It felt like a statement from a creator to their community, the parasocial elements, the borrowed clout, the narrator needing validation from another party. Yeah, I could see that. I found the explanation of the game, but I cannot tell you what it says. Wait, what do you mean, Inquire in Mind? What do you mean? I mean, was there actually an explanation? I mean... Ooh. Oh. Oh yeah, because of the trailer, actually.
Let's...
Nope. So yeah, we've got a bunch of the blockheads were interesting. David said, yeah, I remember that. Davey said Coda put the lamppost in all his game early in the story, and then Coda's denial of that at the end. That's definitely a twist. Absolutely. Because then I start questioning, well, why did Davey do that? Was he just trying to put his mark on Coda's game? Was he trying to make it more game-like in that there's a goal? Was he trying to, you know... I mean, even the fact that he, like, let us skip through a lot of the game elements that Coda intended us to play through is interesting. I love that Wreden hasn't affirmed any particular interpretation of what the story is trying to say. That was what I would figure would happen, Cesar, which is why when Inquire in Mind said that they have the explanation, I'm like, do they though? Is there an actual explanation? Because it seems like the whole point of the game is sort of to leave it up to interpretation. Which I do find interesting. Yeah, that was a pretty cool game. I mean, for lack of a better term, other than game, you know? Especially, I don't know, especially for like 2015. Like, kind of a cool concept. I feel like, did you guys say, okay, so wait, Beginner's Guide. Why? Wait, obviously he's made other games. Did he make them under other names? Oh, from KLE1? Claylol? Don't Starve Together. Oh, that was from later. I'm just curious to see about the other games from... I don't understand what it said. Clay. Oh, Clay. Okay. Who's Clay? It says more from Clay, but like, that's not who's listed here, so I'm confused. Oh, there it is. I see. Oh, he's one of the publishers. I see. It is a game of discovery, yeah. I wonder if those blockhead conversations might have been subtle symbolic recreations of David and Coda arguing. There were a couple different types of arguments to be had with the blockheads. I mean, there was also the argument he had with the machine. The argument, yeah, it was interesting. Cause yeah, like the one that I found one of the most interesting ones was the one where he was talking to the woman on stage. And there was a bit of like, that's not how this conversation went. I was great, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so that's Davey? arguing with us that this isn't how the conversation went. Yeah, that was cool. Definitely a very interesting game, and probably not one I would have picked up on my own. So that's exactly the sort of thing that the channel point redeem is good for. So thank you for suggesting it, Argol. Even with, I don't know if you were here for the little baby hiccup in the beginning where the game, like, yeah, there was some weird thing happening where it wouldn't run from Steam. I had to run it from the file itself. It was saying it wouldn't recognize like a text file of some sort. Yeah, I was expecting more of a troll game for sure as well. I was definitely expecting more of like kind of a rage bait type game. Not what I expected. No, it's fine, Argol. I mean, I clearly wasn't the only one who had that issue. It could have been because of anything. There were a few things we could try. It didn't take too long to fix, so that was good. Yeah, you're unbanned, Argol. Yeah. I'm very sorry for all the yawning. I was just very sleepy and tired today for some reason. I think I just, maybe last week is catching up with me a bit, and this week, I don't know, I feel very worn down this week, so I apologize for the yawning. But I'm looking forward to having more energy again. On that note, I think I will, like, it's been a minute since I've made myself like proper dinner, so I think having some proper food and meals will definitely help. But yeah, again, thank you very much for the suggestion, Argol, and I'm gonna snooze the ads again. Bank also redeemed a Choose Michelle's game, so I'll be in touch with Bank about what game that's gonna be. I think I still haven't been able to, and I still want to play. In fact, this is probably what we're gonna do on Saturday, because we're not doing Stardew again. Pionk is out. We are probably going to be doing the unknown signal bit from Pragmata, and then starting maybe Subnautica on Tuesday, to get back into like a bigger game. But yeah, yay. I like how it addresses how non-creatives can gain validation from creatives, but on an unhealthy or arrogant level. Yeah, and also, actually, okay, and another thing I'll say to throw in there is the feeling of ownership that I think fans or consumers of art can sometimes feel towards the creator's possession, you know? George, as in, i.e., George R.R. Martin is not your bitch. Don't get me wrong, I think he fucking needs to write something, but that feeling of like a creation and a thing someone else has made being shared with you then means that you own it and can tell the creator what to do or have any say in how or when they create more of the thing. All right, well, the poor non-subs are in ads right now anyway, so I am gonna take off. I'm gonna go make myself some proper freaking food, and I'll be back on Saturday at 11 a.m. with Pragmata. Definitely not a yapping stream, definitely not. And if you're new here and you aren't already following me on socials, I would love it if you did. I am 2 people away from 10,000 on TikTok, guys. 2 people, unless somebody unfollowed me in like the last couple hours. 2 people away from 10,000 on my TikTok. No, not yet, Mata. But hopefully you guys have a really good rest of your week. Thursday, Friday. I hope to see you on Saturday. And yeah, Yap adjacent, exactly. But and by the way, thank you again to Argol Sparkle for suggesting that game, for redeeming the game. It is always very cool for people to redeem the games, just because, you know, it's games I probably wouldn't necessarily play on my own, and a lot of times that just leads to really cool content. So I always appreciate the games you guys suggest. I will see you guys on Saturday. Thank you guys. Pippi Longstocking out.